Hello, welcome to the pre-show. We are super laggy. Give me a second. Alright, we're getting better. Like it started off at like 90% drop frames. We're evening out a little bit. Alright. Alright, in theory, we're okay. Okay. Alright, how are we all doing? We got some music going. Let's play with the volume a little bit. Ooh, I need to make sure I go in and get this thing monetized. Alright, anyway, how are we all doing? It's Monday. It's Nooners. We have... I want to say a boring day. Nothing super... I lied. I'm going to make today exciting. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a semi-boring week, make it exciting. So let's do this. Let's do this. Nailed it. All right. Turn you off. Turn you off. All right. How are we all doing? I'm thinking. All right. So make sure everything works. We got some decent video. I could just start playing with. Okay, we talked about it. There's gonna be maybe a possible new setup somewhere. So I gotta figure out bring the camera down just a little bit. I have no idea what we're doing with this new setup. I don't. I really don't. Like there seems like a couple of good, decent ideas, but then it's I don't know. And then everybody's gone. Everybody's traveling. So I got no second opinions. So I'm gonna fix it all by myself, and then realize it's a huge mess. And like, Ben, you should just wait for us to come home. I'm like, I know. What am I looking for? All right. You're back. I had lost my vape. So, all right, we're back. Yeah, no, today's gonna be a fun episode. We got some looking forward. I got some sound bits for you guys. We're gonna have some fun. There's almost nothing in TV happening. There's like nothing happening. Okay, so one of my computer, so the computer that I have here, right, just got an ad in the middle of the show right now. Like, do you guys ever get ads that pop up during the middle of live? Or is it because it's me logged in? I wonder. I don't know. Because like that would explain why some of the numbers keep like it was at 9, now it's at 6. So like, are there any of you guys that are getting ads that are pulling you from the live and then bringing you back? Yeah, okay. Like that doesn't seem like, what if there's some like gold that happens during said. There's a setting somewhere. I gotta go play with it, I think. Like we've dropped to 4. So does that mean 4 people are like watching ads right now? And how long is it? See, and then we've got 5 now. I don't know. It's always weird to me. But not that weird. Like, hey, it is what it is, man. You guys get those ads? I get pennies. You know, you got now we're up to 13. Like, how weird is that? How weird is that? Um, because I think Kelly mentioned when she first comes in, it starts with the ad. So like if everybody starts coming in right before noon and they get that first ad, you know what? Like I just pretend like I know things. I don't know anything. Like uh uh we got the pre-show slides up here. We're gonna be playing with this soon. Um yeah, you guys are gonna see some stuff. Um, Stuff I'm working on. And I'm playing Pokemon Go real quick. Hold on. Catch a Pokemon. I'm checking my email to see if Matthew emailed us. Matthew, you around? He has not emailed. Um, yeah, I think once we start getting like other shows involved, we can like give them their own slide. I think it'll be kind of fun. But we'll see. Why can I? Like the AC is killing. I can't hear shit right now. Make sure you guys are drinking your water. Stay hydrated. It's a little warm out there. This spot. Enjoy it while you can. It might be moving soon. Um, yeah, it's gonna freak me out moving. Um, there's apps, right, that let you take a picture of a room and then it lets me like superimpose where a desk would go and what it would look like with a desk in the room. Like, do you know any of those websites? Let me know. Hit that shit in the chats. Um, 'Cause I'm gonna start looking at possible new desks this week. Uh, yeah, we'll figure it out. So, new desk, maybe a new camera. Not like a new second camera. In theory, I have one. I might have extra cameras. What's interesting is the camera I'm using right now. What I don't know is if I got a rig, right, that attaches to the table, like how it records upside down. Like you would think cameras like would auto adjust it. That if it's upside down, it would right side up, right? Um, but you never know. And we'll play with it. We're gonna have some fun. Like we're gonna see some weird 3 a.m. recording sometime. Well, as I start playing with new stuff and trying to get a new setup. But um, I'll touch base on that in a little bit. Hang out. Show's about to start. I'll see you guys in a minute. Hello and welcome to Whimsy Live. It's the Whimsy Nooners. Monday, 12 o'clock noon. Mwah. Best time of the week. It's the beginning of the week, man. You get to, what did Ben do all week? What do you do this weekend? I can't think of a better way to start your guys' week. So you're welcome. Uh, yeah, not a lot going on. Whimsy Nooners, first time. Just gonna go over some shit that I did through this week, what I've been watching on TV, and then some stuff I've been working on throughout the week. So, three very simple parts. Um, I'm gonna try to change some of it around moving into year three. Nothing crazy, um, but like take out the TV section and then maybe put something else smaller in there. So I got a couple ideas. I might hit you guys with them later in the show. So the title, Piano Updates, Ginny and Georgia, ideas for year three. Let's get started. I have to read it over here because I don't have it on my screen. Loud, loud. Boom. I think I remember what these look like. Getting to know me. Here's where I'm going to talk about my week. You guys are going to get to know me a little bit. What does Ben do? Like all week, two jobs, podcasting a bunch, uh, posting on socials, posting on the Patreon. We got the book coming in award show. Like, what's he doing? This week, I sold the piano, and I hate. God damn it! Come on, hand. Where you at? Wherever the new desk is, I guarantee you, I won't have this problem anymore. Good lord. Um, Piano sold. We had talked about it. We were like, uh, God, I've had the thing for 15 years. I wanted to play the piano. Like I really wanted to play the piano. Like my dad plays. My grandma on my dad's side used to play. All the uncles seem to be some kind of like musically talented of some sort. Um, I took a couple of community college classes. I did private lessons for a little bit. Uh, and then like after a year, I was like, I'm not very good still, and I was just discouraged, and I let the thing sit there. Mhm. I did find a place. Um, I don't remember the name of the guys. Steelwell Pianos. Fill out a form, send some pictures. He was interested. There was a price on there, so I did get paid for it. What was nice is whoever the company that bought it, um, they use it for like teaching. So when people are coming in learning how to like tune pianos and stuff, it's kind of like one of those. Um, Students also buy them, so like it's gonna find a decent home. What was nice is it wasn't just left out on the curb, or it wasn't like I didn't get to the point where I was just on OfferUp or Facebook and was like, take it for free. Like at least I was able to get a little bit of something for it. Um, so we'll miss it. Now, yeah, granting, I've been in this house for forever. I don't bowl anymore. I don't have the piano anymore. Like I've in theory, I'd have to look around. I have no relics of a 2004 to 2009 Ben. Like that Ben almost does not exist anymore in this house. Yeah, I don't think it does. That's so weird. All right, I'm not going to freak out too much about it. We're going to be okay, Ben. We can handle this. uh, but yes, piano is sold. That was on my list, right? A couple of weeks ago, I was like, I got to be an adult. I got to post this stupid thing. And then like, what sucks is the idea that I could have did this like 4 years ago, and um, it works out better this way because I don't know what I would have used that space for. Now we might have a spot for it. Um, so now that we have sold the piano, we got some money, uh, checked some of the real estate listings, and I found a cute little space, little space right here. Uh, it needs obviously a little work, right? It needs to be cleaned out a little bit, but there's enough wall space for a whimsy thingy. We got a little carpet there if we need it. We got easy access to kitchen. So, um, yeah, put a bid in on this place, and I think we're going to move in. So that's going to probably be uh, probably like 3 weeks, 2 weeks. So with the money from the piano is going to go to like a new desk. So here's what's interesting is I don't know, like in my mind's eye, for a minute, where the white table is. I would do like an L desk, so that would be part of it, and then the other line would come straight across. So like basically, I would be sitting in that chair and have a desk in front of me and on the side of me. But the problem is it doesn't accommodate well to a guest. Um, if if I was going to start bringing somebody in and sit with me and record on a live, I technically don't have a decent space for them. Um, Conceptually, like when Liam comes over and records, he can sit in this spot where he's at now and just turn around and then face me. I don't know because the outlet is on the wall where the white table is, so I gotta be aware of that because if I try to go, depending on how I want to play with it, see, because I think some people were thinking that the wall that you see behind me would be the one with the BoJack poster. I was thinking it might go on the smaller chasing the Whimsy wall. So now I have to decide which wall my back is to. Um, if I go to the BoJack painting, if my back is to that and I'm looking straight towards my work desk, most of the shots would be able to accommodate kitchen, which I think we would all enjoy. And then somebody could have and then again, Liam's chair turns around and he's right there sitting in front of kitchen. So I don't know. I don't know. One, I'm not good at making decisions. Two, uh, mad basic. Like I am like I can't. I have a very nice like 30 like a 5x6 space, and for whatever reason, all I can see are like two lines. Like I can only see it one way, so like I almost have to get the desk and then just turn it around and shoot from all angles. Um, We'll see. I like the idea of the L desk though, because we're gonna get rid of this table, right? So the L desk, I'd get like a new computer with a small monitor, and then I can do a lot of my editing. So you guys were talking, and then when I'm editing later, I turn to this wall and I'm working on this. So I can keep all my podcast space here okay. And over here is all my edit stuff, my notes, whatever. I don't know. I know. And then the couch is right there, so I think I have to move the couch 2 feet closer to the window so I can open up some space. Shouldn't be too bad. Um, I can actually probably do that today because I did clean. I've been cleaning for a little bit. We'll slide everything over, slide it all back, um, and then maybe I can get an extra foot uh, going this way. So it'll be interesting, but this looks like it's going to be the new home of Chasing the Whimsy. Uh, and then this would be turned into our green screen area. So like as Whimsy Studio becomes more, we got the studio like desk area recording, and then we have the green screen video area. Um, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I'm just glad we got like I'm just glad I got the piano out. Uh, and it's not okay. It's not this bad. Like I, to be fair, like for this picture, I did kind of make sure I put shit in there, right? Okay, it's part of the joke. People are like, "Oh, he's a mess." No, like all that stuff has homes. Uh, so yeah, that's where Whimsy, Chasing the Whimsy Year 3 will be located. So you're gonna start putting that on some socials, Chasing the Whimsy moving locations, and it's gonna be living room to next to kitchen. But I think it's a decent space, and it's out of the way. I get this living room back. Um, it's slightly further away from the AC, so we're gonna be okay. We're gonna like it. We're gonna have fun. Anybody have any ideas, suggestions? Um, let me know. 100%. I want this chair that I'm using. It doesn't have a back. It's just it's basically like I think you would put your feet on it and it has wheels on it. I don't know. Um, so I have to look into one of those like hard plastic that you put on top of the rug so I can roll around a little bit better, right? Uh, that chair, Hammer. Where's dude, Hammer? Let's just take 2 seconds, guys. Hammer, I got a chair with the fucking screw missing. You were supposed to be helping me out. Where are you at? So now I gotta get a new desk chair. Now here's the shitty thing about because I was looking at possibly buying a new chair. Like if I want a nice, like comfy desk chair, one I know I'm gonna be sitting in for hours, dude, the chair's gonna cost more than the desk. uh, and there's not enough, and there's no good holidays coming up. So that's lame. We'll figure it out. We're gonna have a good time, but that's where we're moving. The Whimsy Awards, they're coming up. Uh, m- most of the winners have been like decided. So you may or may not be reaching out to a couple people to see if maybe they possibly want to do an acceptance speech. I am putting together the outline for the episode. If you guys go back after this, go listen to the episode with me and Megan last night that dropped this morning. Uh, the award show can go one of a couple of different ways. A lot of it's going to be depending on where Liam wants to do it. Like, are we going to do shoot some video? Is it going to be straight audio? Am I doing it solo? So, based on like a handful of factors, I have the outline ready and I'm ready to like whatever the plan is. I'm ready to go. Like, I'm ready. Uh, we just got to make sure um, Liam's ready. Um, it gives me we won't record for another 2 weeks. So not next weekend, but the weekend after, the 6th is in theory when we're gonna record. So it still gives me 2 weeks. I gotta tweak a little bit, a couple things on the presentation itself, and then I need to start pulling some sound bites. I got my little buttons right. So in theory, uh, we're gonna pipe in some applause, maybe some laugh track, maybe some theme song right in between, so I can push buttons and have some of those. if I can do this correctly, I could probably eliminate most of the special effects in post, right? Uh, so like we can record and throw in the laugh track and the applauses while we're recording, slightly better. It's not impossible because it's uh, we talked about it on the during the panel. I would just take the laugh track and just drop it right where I want it. Like it's not even that big of a deal. I could probably even do it in Riverside. So, uh, but reality is it's a little bit lazy, but two, it's also foresight to know like why put it in post if I could just put it in like where I know it needs to go. So, but that's all I've been doing this week. Getting rid of the piano. I had to obviously clean some space around a little bit so they can get it out. The book is done. The year two book is done. I need to write a couple of thank yous. We need to get a forward that we're working on. So uh, at least the forward, and I'm probably good for two or three thank yous. Um, and then the book is done. If anybody wants to shout out, send in a congratulations or any comments that want to be in the book, let me know before the the end of business 25. So email me whimsy at chasingwhimsy.com. Um, Ming might possibly have a congratulations in there. Uh, but anybody else who's been listening for a while, shoot me. It doesn't have to be big or anything crazy. Just hit me a couple hit me a four liner. We'll throw that shit in there for you guys. Um, Let you guys be part of the whimsy experience, man. So uh, I think we like the cover. Oh, Nikki's painting the awards. So as soon as she's done painting the awards, I'll put those on Patreon, and you guys will be able to see what the first look at the awards. So it's gonna be a good time. We're gonna have a lot of fun with it, regardless. So my drop rate seems to be like all over, but okay, we're good. Um, there might be another whimsy awards related bit coming up here in a little bit, but that's all I've been doing. Um, it is it's been fun. It's been creative. Nikki is fantastic. Like I can't thank her enough. Like I don't even know how to like get her an award for putting a book together for 2 years. So like, sorry, Nikki. Um, because she like one, she's super good at it. I think for year three, when we do the yearbook for year three, I think I want to interview her and record her while she's doing it, like a behind the scenes or the making of. Because again, I look at my space here, and all I can, like, the only thing I can fathom is like the most dimensions is an L desk and a chair, right? She's putting this thing together. She's sneaking in themes. She's sneaking in like some clip art that's relevant. Like it all makes sense. Like it's a beautiful looking book this year. So we're gonna have fun with it. Almost done. If I time it right, I should have at least one copy for the 14th. Uh, for the 14th. So when we do the live show on the 14th, I should have a copy of it for you guys. So we'll see. Hopefully we do. 'Cause, I mean, it's not that hard. It's just a straight copy paste from last year's. I just have to like save as and then add the new stuff. So, like all the hard stuff we already did last year. I hope, God, like finding the dimensions of all the printing sucks. I'm going to tell you that right now. We got my short stories book coming out in year three. So now I got to figure out how to like put that together. So, but that's a year three problem. We still got 2.5 weeks here with this problem. So, Yeah, stay tuned. Whimsy Publishing is coming out, and
Go check
maybe
out
there you go.
Chasing the Whimsy, the podcast, available today on your favorite podcast platforms. Chasing the Whimsy, where a 40-year-old father and his 2 kids take a whimsical journey of fun stories and educating each other about their respective generation. Generation X squares off with Generation Z to try to connect and find an understanding between generations 30 plus years apart. They'll journey through the past and track their journey as they find out who they'll grow up to be. Again, that's Chasing the Whimsy, available today on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube as well, and you can also find the show and learn more about the hosts at chasingthewhimsy.com. Chasing the Whimsy, ChasingTheWhimsy, Chasing the Whimsy, the podcast. Many episodes up for you to listen to already. Go stream, download, and subscribe today. You can also connect and follow on Twitter at Chase the Whimsy and on Instagram and TikTok at Chasing the Whimsy.
Okay, real quick. The last bit, right? What's in my pocket? This commercial, I know for a fact, was recorded by a real guy, D Tong. So keep that in mind for a minute. Damn it. Okay, watch. That's the only one that I consistently like change, like my voice, like the inflection. Pocket watch. Here's what I'm watching on TV this week. Not a lot. Okay. Okay. When I say not a lot, it was 6 seasons. Man, I just realized that. Holy shit. It doesn't look like a lot because there's only 2 entries, but there are 3 seasons each. So still, at the end of the day, that is a lot of television. Um, oh man, I didn't realize that. That's so funny. Jay Sarge and his friend Jeff do suggested articles, right? The podcast. In their podcast, they talk about how your phones and technology listens to you, right? The algorithm. And because it's listening to you, that's what keeps popping up into your guys' feeds when you guys are scrolling and doing stuff. So, for whatever reason, there's been a lot of like death talk in the last couple of weeks. So, somehow this thing kept coming up. So I watched it. One, Ricky Gervais, I think, is a fucking genius. Like, I really enjoyed Ricky Gervais uh, as a writer and comedian. Uh, Super cool guy. So he has this show, right? His wife dies, and he's like super depressed. Season 1, he wants to kill himself, maybe, or he hasn't. Uh, it's a weird. It's like 10 episodes each. For the most part, a really decent show. Um, I think it came out in like 2021. It ran for 3 years, or 19, and then it was like every other year it came out. 3 seasons wasn't bad. It was entertaining and fun enough. Um, but it was just a man coping with the loss of his wife, and then trying to deal with uh, like avoid that pain, be an asshole because none of it matters. He's like basically like I'm an asshole because what does it matter? My wife's dead. Like I'm sad and I didn't kill myself. So um, it was fun. I enjoyed it. Anybody who watches 8 out of 10 Cats, um, Roshin Conati, I think, was in it. Um, Joe, Big Beard Joe. What was his name? I don't know. But it's an English show, so um, there's a couple cameos that jump in and say hi. But I watched it. I enjoyed this show. Uh, didn't win as many awards as I thought it would. But again, if it was in like 1920 during those COVID years, like shit was all kinds of crazy. The only other show I watched after that, Liam, a couple like 2 years ago, mentioned Ginny and Georgia. A couple of other people, Ender Frog and her kid watched it, and I was like, "What is this thing about?" Mom is like straight grifter, hustler, liar, and then she has her kid who is black, and mom is white. So it's like so they played into some of the race issue a little bit, but they move into a nice fancy town. Mom has to continue a lie into a con. Craziness ensues. Season one was entertaining enough. Season three kind of got like way off. Like I don't know, it was weird. The direction they decided to take this show. A lot of people seem to like this show. Like at best, it was a more like intense. Okay, so Heartstoppers was just like adorable and charming. This one, uh, like Heartstopper vibes, but not as charming. Um, there's some funniness. Here's the problem. Here's I think the problem I had with it. You have crazy con mom, right, who's running a hard con, and the show seems to be about that in this con. But then you have the high school life of the son and daughter, and for whatever reason, there's like four storylines with the teenagers, and they resolve two. One gets lost. Like there's a couple of times where you're like, that was like something happened, and they never referenced it again, like at all. And then one's like half resolved, and we're just like rushed. Like it was really weird. Um, it's one of those shows where there's too many supporting characters, and they're trying to give everybody their own storyline instead of meshing them better. Like season one was good because they meshed everybody together. But as he moved on, Jeannie has like four friends at school, and then all four friends have something going on. So now I gotta try to keep track of fucking five kids. Oh, good lord! And none of it's all silliness. So uh, I enjoyed the watch. I'll watch season four if it comes out, but I don't know. Like it's bad, and I enjoyed it, but it wasn't great, and I have mixed feelings about all of it right now. I don't know. Um, there's almost nothing to watch on TV right now. Like yeah, Waterfront. I don't have a slide for that. That has some potential. Mom says it was uh, Ozark meets Dawson's Creek. No, Breaking Bad meets Ozark. So there's some drugs and some crime happening. So we'll find out. Um, Bear starts on Wednesday. So like next week, um, the interesting about Bear that comes out on Wednesday, everybody, season four, they're dropping all 10 episodes. They're gonna binge that shit. So they're like, here's all 10. Take it. So you don't have to wait weekly for it. So obviously, that's all I'm doing Wednesday. Uh, Sandman's coming out the beginning of next month. A couple of other decent things, but nothing this week other than the Bear that looks exciting enough. So spend the week, hit 3 or 4 episodes per day. Let me know what you guys think next Monday, how good it was. Um, and then I'll see if I can find something put together for what's all coming out in July. That's all I got for TV. That's it. There's nothing else. Uh, like I'm like I didn't watch anything. No, I watched a bunch. 10, 60, 60 hours. I watched. There were 60 hours that I was able to watch. Go figure. All right. What's in my pocket? It's not so much a rebel. You're gonna jump down this rabbit hole of like what the hell has been up to. A lot of talk the last like especially last week of year two ending, year three starting, year three is just going to keep going, right? So like you look back, everything we've done for 2 years, and then it's like awesome to be like, all right, what are they going to do now moving forward into year three? So as I like, I'm already starting to plan things, right? Because there's a small hold on the book until I can get the forward. Um, Nikki's doing the painting of the awards. The awards are like 90% done and I stand still until I talk to Liam. So I'm like, let's start brainstorming what we're gonna do year three in addition to moving locations. Um, a couple of things that we're gonna do significantly better. Shorts. All right. These are the things that I've absolutely hated since the beginning. Like I've absolutely hated putting shorts together. After Fan Fusion, I was able to post um, multiple episodes, right, on Chasing the Whimsy. And I posted between 12 and 15 shorts. Okay. Those shorts, like a lot of activity on the shorts. Okay. Um, the idea is uh, I need to post more stuff daily. So I have question of the day, a reminder, a new episode, um, a reminder to follow, and then like a Patreon one, right? So like I got like 4 days worth of content. Um, so I'm like, I need 3 more days, and those are all where the shorts are going to go. The problem I have with the shorts is making them, but Riverside is now making clips for me like almost automatically. So I no longer have to go to a different website, cheat the system, and then have those made, right? So conceptually, I have the audio for upcoming clips, okay, the shorts. So those are cool. You guys can see the shorts are kind of like the one um, we did with Sophie last week. There was a 1 minute episode and then the full episode, right? So I can just take that, put it into Canva, give it a background, and I can post that as a social media short. The problem that I struggle with on the shorts is there's one where Lim talks about cutting his hair and blaming it on a girl. So I put the short together. I fix I fixed the whole thing, what episode it was. But the problem that I was struggling with is typing in the description of the short, and then um, typically a question like maybe people like, "Hey, have you has your kid ever tried cutting their hair? Please tell." So like there's like these comments that for whatever reason I just didn't like writing. Uh, Knowing that I would rather have the shorts out there than a good description, because like when I scroll through, okay, when you guys are doom scrolling, you actually don't really read the descriptions of the short that you're watching. Like on YouTube, like right now, if I was to go on shorts, I don't even know if like what it looks like to read a description. Yeah, it doesn't work. So I don't need it. So I found a small coming out of the panel, right? Is the idea of like, don't get bogged down by the excuses. The excuses, I hate writing comments for, because the idea is that I'm going to take each episode and make 3 shorts. I just recorded it. I just edited it. I just posted it. Now I got to find 3 shorts and then I have to make a comment about the stupid things. I'm like, oh, like I just did it all. So podcasting on a budget is like, what else can I do? I think I have a quasi hack. We're going to try it. I'll keep you guys updated. But starting like mid-July, August, we should start to see like a consistent flow of shorts, at least 2 per week, if not the full 3 per week. Because the idea is like if I record Sunday, that episode goes up. I take 3 shorts from that episode and then play and then post them throughout the week. Say this one, here are 3 clips from Monday's episode. Go back and listen to it. Um, so I think I have my shorts taken care of. I'm happy with most of the workarounds I can do with the shorts. I think new commercials. We've been using Detong, right? So we mentioned Detong, real radio DJ. He recorded a lot of a real voice commercial. That was the Whimsy with the Z one we just heard. Then we have the Patreon lady. That one is 100% AI generated. Okay. I'm going to make some mundane video ideas. I'll show you some examples of these things moving forward. More guests, and we're going to build the network. All right. Building the network is getting Matthew, getting, I totally remember her name, Phaedra. We're going to get Phaedra in here, right? So the idea that we're going to start adding a couple more podcasts. So the Michael has a podcast. I make like we're gonna figure out how to make commercials. So now we can put commercials in the lives, maybe some of the whimsy, like some of the other whimsy podcasts. So letting you know what his show is, and then on his show he'll put one of our commercials in. So we're doing this whole cross promotion thing, right? Because that's what most networks do. J Sarge, they're on Oddball Media, and that's a podcast network. Like they do like 3 ads per show, and they're kind of like uh, Megan listens to iHeartRadio, so they're always dropping in ads for other shows. So so as I learn how to make new commercials, we build it right. If I get better at shorts, this is all going to help. Like the beauty of it is, as I get better with these things, it's only going to help build the network, right? The idea of like, oh, I just recorded. I'd like to have shorts. I can be like, I can do that for you, or I can teach you how to do that. So it's gonna be interesting stuff. All right, so here's uh, 3 commercials. Okay, that I have. These are I'm not using them. They're all just test runs, but I give you kind of an idea of what a new commercial could and might sound like. All right. Oh, you son of a bitch.
Ever wonder what
Okay.
crazy thoughts bounce around in someone else's head all day? Then get ready to dive into Mind Pockets, the new podcast from Whimsy Ben. Throughout the week, Ben diligently records his random musings, bizarre ideas, and quirky observations. Then, he cracks open those mind pockets and unleashes the delightful chaos upon your ears. Join Ben as he replays his week's worth of mental meanderings, offering witty commentary and self-deprecating insights along the way. Get ready for a roller coaster ride through the whimsical, wild, and wonderfully weird corners of Whimsy Ben's brain. Subscribe to Chasing the Whimsy on YouTube to finally find out what goes on inside a truly unique mind. Prepare for the randomness.
All right. Not horrible. Okay, the first one clearly didn't fucking save. So we only have 2 now. Other than the voice, the message is pretty decent, right? That's AI generated. So now we just have to find a better. I think that one was through Canva, not my voice, and not one of the other programs that I have. So like that really almost doesn't sound that bad, right? Some of the pacing's a little bit janky on it, a little bit robotic. So, but I did that in like 4.5 minutes, right? I have to just type up a script, upload it, boom, and let him do it. So Um, it is interesting, like because we don't have a Mind Pockets commercial. Like we have Chasing the Whimsy, we have Whimsy Z, and Patreon. And I'm like, there's two other shows, fool. Like there's a live show like on Wednesdays and Mondays, not Wednesdays, Saturdays and Monday. Like how come we're not advertising those two shows? So it's kind of cool. We know like I'm not going to use that one, tweak it a little bit, but it's super easy. Like um, Matthew comes in, and he's like, "Here's what his podcast is about." I make a commercial very similar to that. Now, see the reason why we're using the AI aspect of it, right, is there are different programs that I have access to where they'll sound a little bit more natural. Like you'll know it's an AI, but it will flow okay because the Patreon one, for the most part, reads or it sounds pretty good. But what happens is now it's not $40 that I have to spend on a commercial, right? Um, and then sometimes you have to make sure you have like if you go to Fiverr and you're looking for a commercial, like they're like, oh, they're only $10. But if you want to use it for commercial use, like we would want, they're like, boom, 25 more dollars plus tip and taxes and everything else comes out to like fucking 35, $40. So now what's nice is Whimsy Studios adds value to itself by saying, we're going to save you $35. You sign up, you follow us on the Patreon. Like, we'll continue to do like a Patreon tier, but you come on, join us, hang out, be whimsy with us. Boom, I'll put some stuff out there for you guys. So it's kind of nice and super easy. The idea that we can make another commercial. Here's one more random commercial. I don't even know what. I honestly don't even know what this one's about.
Join the celebration. Chasing the Whimsy podcast turns
Okay.
2. Get ready to celebrate. The Chasing the Whimsy podcast is turning 2, and you're invited to the party. Mark your calendars for July 14, 2025, as we host our very first biannual Whimsy Awards. Join us for a night of reminiscing and celebrating the best moments, unforgettable guests, and your favorite episodes from the last 2 years of Whimsy. We'll be taking a trip down memory lane, reliving the iconic first parquet laugh, the soulful music of Jay Sarge, heartwarming family gatherings, watching the Whimsy kids grow up, and the excitement of con appearances and panels. And that's not all. We'll also be highlighting our incredible interviews with Grammy winners, members of Comic Book Men, the LA District Attorney turned actor, and even the visionary who changed Tetris forever. It's been an amazing journey, and we couldn't have done it without you. Thank you for your continued support. We made it to 2 years.
So the other side of all of that, right? We advertised zero other than the money that I put in to make sure that I was in the book and online, right? Other than that, I did nothing to advertise the panels. Shame on me, 100%. But now it's the idea that when we go to TuesCon, I can spend 12 minutes and I can generate a commercial that says, Jason the Whimsy is going to TuesCon. Make sure you're signed up on the YouTube, you know, um, we'll have a schedule maybe. So it's like the idea that we can do a 60-second commercial that I could put into a short. And I could put that all over the internet. We could drop them in different episodes, drop them in on all the lives like the week or two before, and just tell people like commercials by design is to let people know like what else is out there. Um, like we've been like people have been paying for advertising forever. Uh, so now we can do cool things like that. Like it would have been cool to have like I technically tried to do one for episode 37, right? We had some shorts of um Road to 37 and then we had a bunch of names on it. There's no voiceover on it at all. Um but the idea that we could take some of these bigger special episodes and then start advertising specifically to those. Ben's going to Chronicon. I tag Kevin Smith on it. He reposts it. Now he knows that I'm coming to Chronicon. Maybe he's looking for me. Who knows? So um, we're gonna play with it a little bit. I'm gonna see if we can find a better voice. But there's hundreds of voices. I can speed up some of the speech the speech speed. And I can also go higher and lower on the voice octaves. So it's interesting. It's fun to play with. You guys heard part of it when we did Kevin Smith and 90210. So like they sound AI, but again, at least we have an advertisement of some kind going out there. The other thing on the so we're going down that list that we had earlier. Mundane videos. This is anything but mundane. But the mundane idea I have is going to be amazing. Okay. Um, but I came up with the idea because I did this thing for JJ. Uh, there you go. All right. So some of you guys have already seen it. This is one of several samples that I had. But as Chasing the Whimsy moves into year 3, I've made it very clear that I want to start playing with more video. So with that, I want to be able to start making cool things like this. Like how fucking cool is that? Like, uh, hold on, I gotta fix this. No, very simple. I made like fucking 12 of those things that I want to put different songs in. But like the idea that we can put together like a JJ trailer. Like JJ starts podcasting again. He's like, I'm going to nationals. Like the idea that we can put out like a fucking trailer to be like, hey, uh, like him doing it. He's going nationals. We got the holding the gold up. Um, I have you know those are 3 different videos. A lot of lightning inspired by his cool guy logo that he created. But like it took me like 8 minutes to do that, and so it's I love the idea. Like, what can Ben do at 3:30 in the morning on a Sunday instead of sleeping? Who knows? We're gonna figure it out because I'm gonna make all kinds of stupid fucking videos now. That's all I know. Um, but those are fun. I like the idea of um, like it would be cool. Sophie does something. Um, Liam, like if we were able to show more of his wrestling, I'd love to be able to make like a little movie for him. This thing only ran like what a minute, just under. Um, they can obviously go longer if I had more clips. But it was interesting. I like because 3 separate videos, similar routines, and like it wasn't that hard. No AI. Uh, it was just eyeballing a lot of it. Quick search for what effects were available to me, and then just threw them in there. Um, I don't know. I absolutely enjoyed it. Like that was so much fun for me. And now it's like the idea that we can do more stuff with them. A lot of ideas happening. So, um, because it's not that hard, but even if it was hard, I enjoyed doing this. I'd have fun doing this over like fucking making shorts. Like I'd rather get a handful of video together start cutting and splicing stuff, throw in some effects, find a song to go on it, boom. Like I would do that significantly more than shorts. So that's why I'm like, we'll hack. We'll find a little short hack. We'll get those out the way so we can focus more on some of these things.
The existential.
Okay. If you guys were here Saturday, I talked about how I was doing some AI stuff. So this AI is done on Riverside that mimics my voice, right? I think it's a minute long. It's only in here because I would like you guys to hear how good AI is at like hitting my stutters and some of my pauses and stuff. This I have to tweak a little bit. It's a 6 minute future what's in my pocket. I gotta put some more clips together, but this is just like a minute of it of what it's, but it sounds so weird. Like it freaks me out.
Essential Equine exploring the brilliance of BoJack Horseman. BoJack Horseman, an animated show featuring a talking horse struggling with fame and addiction, might seem like an unlikely candidate for critical acclaim. However, beneath the vibrant animation and absurdist humor lies a profound and unflinching exploration of trauma, mental illness, and the complexities of the human condition. Its brilliance lies not just in its ability to entertain, but in its willingness to confront uncomfortable truths about ourselves through the lens of a deeply flawed and ultimately relatable character. It's this courageous storytelling coupled with sharp wit and innovative animation that has cemented its place as one of the best animated shows of all time. The premise is deceptively simple. BoJack Horseman
Should be done. Hold on.
Let's go.
So the funny thing about that is you're like, Ben, you don't sound like that. Because now I'm not reading. If anybody's ever watched me read, like Kelly's seen me do it, Liam makes fun of me. I cannot read out loud, like at all. And I sound like AI is like, oh, this guy sounds like he can't read. And it just it just freaks me out, man. Uh there's a couple spots that get really weird, so I gotta tweak it a little bit. Take out some of the pauses. I think it can make it sound a little bit better. But oh, good lord, that thing was a mess. Um, but yeah, BoJack Horseman still the number one favorite show of all time. Of like, God, it's just a good show. I absolutely adore that thing. Um, it's a show none of you guys. I like. Megan might. I know Lasagna won't. Hammer might. Um, Kelly's aware of it. She's seen some. Liam likes it. It is a show my grandma will never watch, but it is a brilliant and fantastic show. So um, I'm excited to do something with that later. Lastly, on the checklist of things I wanted to accomplish in year 3, we said more guests. All right. So this is okay. I'll go bigger on this one. Okay. So suggested articles, the podcast. This is Jay Sarge's podcast that he does with his friend Jeff. Okay. This one was released yesterday or first thing this morning. I want to say first thing this morning. It's about 3 minutes long, but I just thought it'd be kind of cute. These are the guys we're going to have on. So I want you guys to hear a little bit of them as they talk about me on their podcast.
Let's go to the rest of the mailbag. We'll come back to the one Neon Chaos sent in during the next segment. But first of all, we did hear from Ben.
Oh, excellent.
Ben said, maybe I should just email Ben back. But instead, I'm going to read his email on the air. Hello, suggested articles. Sorry, I haven't emailed in a while. That's okay. You don't have to email in every week. There is one person that does, but it's not you. Still looking to have you both on soon. What does your schedule look like in July? I guess we should get back to him.
Yes, let's get back to him. This is a riveting mailbag so far.
Yeah, no,
Not
it's
that
good
Ben's
stuff.
question wasn't good. It was just it's like a behind the scenes kind of.
But the other point of his email
Oh, okay, good. There's more. Okay.
is that he sent in some more. He sent in some more algorithm related
No.
comics.
No.
His whimsy doodles.
Hmm.
Yes. And one of them is specifically about you. I mean, you're on your turntable and everything, doing the mixing. You use turntables when you do like a little wiki thing.
I plead the fifth.
All right. Anyway, one specifically about you, but one actually has us sitting at a table recording a podcast, which itself fills me with whimsy. It would be so good to do this in the same room with you.
Hmm.
Yeah. But he sent some cute comics that he said we should post to the Patreon. So
we will put them up there.
And
where is that, Jeff?
One mentions Billy Corgan.
Oh, dear God.
So, yeah.
Ben, you are the best. You really are the best. Of all the things that I thought would happen in my life, I never thought I would be the subject of why can't I find the word? I can't find the words today.
A comic strip?
A comic strip, yeah.
Yeah.
It's way better than Ziggy. Fuck Ziggy. No, I'm sorry, Ziggy. It's just these little comics that Ben does, even the ones that are not related to me are, especially all of the ones he does, are just charming and sweet and funny.
They are. There's something about Ben. I don't know how he does it, but he always seems like he's like, I don't know, at peace, happy.
Yeah.
I don't know where that comes from.
Yeah.
Perhaps we should ask him when we're on his show.
Yeah, we should. We should grill him. Let's grill him.
How can we be
how
happy?
are you so happy? God damn it. I don't think I've ever once heard him say, fuck that guy on his podcast. Because, it's also a family podcast he does with his kids. But
I don't think he ever talks about Elon Musk or any of that stuff.
But he's just always got such a nice, pleasant demeanor. And
But he listens to this show.
I know he does. He likes us.
And apparently we haven't brought him down.
I know. Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
No.
So we'll have both of the Jeffs on. I sent him an email again today. Said thanks for the shout out. Anytime in July, minus the 6th, because that's where I have it slated for the award show. But yeah, they're totally cool guys. They have a fun little back and forth. Jeff with 2 F's says that I make him feel whimsy. J Sarge thinks that the comics are charming. So so the suggested articles, right? So when we looked at all the comics that Kit did this year, there's about 5 that have J Sarge in them. Sorry. It looked like it was like laggy for a second. But yeah, so I gave them copies of it so that way we can kind of promote our stuff on their Patreon. And go, it's an interesting episode. Okay, I think that was like 15 minutes. Okay. So in the first like 15 minutes, they talk about me a little bit before that too. What was interesting was if I read the context clues correctly, they both watched the panels that we had done at FanFusion. And Jeff with 2 F's said, that he said he was like, I was watching Chasing the Whimsy, listening to an episode, and he's like, I think we need to do YouTube. So like this idea of like the panel has reached outside of the panel, right? So they listened to the episode and they're like, why don't we do YouTube? So like it's super fun. We're gonna have a blast. We're gonna have them both on. I'm gonna run definitely the other Jeff we don't know. We're gonna find out who he is. We're gonna run him through the gauntlet a little bit. Maybe we could do like a crossover episode where I'll I'll talk about them and I'll go on theirs and they talk about me. So, but yeah, I mean, it's interesting. I've been on their podcast twice. Jay's been on here once, twice. Um, but yeah, it's interesting. I like the idea that um, it's fun to see another podcast aware of chasing the whimsy and then being like, man, that guy does fucking a lot. So, um, if let's do me a solid. If you listen to the podcast on Spotify or Apple, look up suggested articles the podcast. Follow. Um, let's see if we can like boost some of their numbers real quick. So when I talk to them, be like, yeah, you guys see an increase in your shit? Whimsy. And then if you also are comfortable with the Patreon, all their stuff is like they don't have a tier. So sign up on their free Patreon. Um, the idea is now they're oddball media. They're not 100% whimsy, but fuck you, they're whimsy. So it's the idea, right, that as a collective, when other people are like, oh, well, we want to come, like, it's nice to be able to show that all of you listeners will help support other podcasts that we enjoy. You don't have to listen to it, like per se. It might not be your cup of tea, but at least follow. Let them know that you're, thank you, because the follow numbers look good. But that's it. That's all I have for the beginning of this year 3 coming up. Is we're going to see a huge spike in shorts. I have legit 50 shorts today ready to go. I just need to come up with a handful, probably 4 shorts comments that I'm just gonna fucking recycle. We're gonna do some of those moving forward. I just have to create a template for the background of it, so I got to tweak that a little bit. More guests. We got 2 already. Like, boom, you heard it. They're gonna email Ben back. We're gonna figure out. They're gonna come on and roast me. Um, there may or may not already be 3 episodes of movies that made us that are currently recorded. Sharknado, Dogma, My Neighbor Totoro. In theory, those 3 have been recorded, just not released. Cousin, uh, I might see this. Well, I might see him this weekend actually. Uh, we're not in busy season. My dad, no excuse. Cousin Freddie and Jonathan, boom. Like I plan on hitting a bunch of the family, and then so we're looking for a bunch of guests. I just need to get out of the year 2. Like the finish line's right there. I can't drop the ball and then like just fuck off. So we're gonna finish hard year 2, but we're gonna get crazy going into year 3. Like we're gonna see we're gonna see uh, contenders for best new limited series uh, within the next couple of months, and then whatever else is coming up. So there's a lot of stuff happening. Nothing too crazy. It's just making those efforts. It's what we said in the 2 panels. It's email people, ask people, and just reach out and just have them on. So um, I have a couple of 3 a.m. Saturdays coming up or Sundays coming up where I'm gonna start playing with some more video stuff. Um, but we're gonna see some really cool things coming. Like you think 2 years, right? Like one could argue Jason Whimsy's accomplished a bunch. Maybe they need a cool down year. We're going crazy. That's what we do. I think that's it. We got Patreon stuff. I'm so sorry. That's so loud.
Hey there, Whimsy fans. We wanted to take a moment away from the fun to express.
That is an AI generated voice. That one doesn't sound that bad. So if I can get my AI commercials to sound ish like this, here's the stupid thing. I can now go onto Fiverr. I can start selling commercials. Like if you go online and they're like commercials, and most people are like $20. I'm like $6, guys. Like here's $6. Like it doesn't take me that long. It's like it's it's just copy paste. That's all it is. And then I can just start like building that way too. Who knows?
How much your support and contributions mean to us. If you're liking what you're hearing from us so far, we'd like to invite you to show us some love on our new Patreon. Starting at just $1 a week, you can help us keep the whimsy coming. That's not just our podcast, but live streams and new projects on the horizon as well. All members get special shout out during our live streams. If you're comfortable giving a little more, please take a look at our gift tier. These gifts are hand-picked by the Whimsy crew to bring more curiosity, fun, and whimsy to you as thanks for your support. Every little bit counts, and whether you support us by listening and subscribing to our podcasts, holding court on our lives, or subscribing to our Patreon, thank you for helping us keep the magic alive and the mics on. You can find our Patreon at patreon.com/chasingthewhimsy, or follow the link on our YouTube channel at Chasing the Whimsy. Thank you again for all the support. Whimsy!
Like, I like it. Andy, Nikki, your family, Megan, your family, Joyce, and Ender Froggy, C1, Gooster, Violet, my dad, Courtney, Kit, and Lasagna Hammer. Thank you guys for signing up for the Patreon on the two pay tiers. It helps with all the merch. It helped create some of these commercials. Like I even posted that stuff. If you're not signed up for the Patreon, hit the free shit, man. Um, there's extra content on there as of now, right? Um, it's right now nothing on the Patreon bonus stuff is hidden behind any of the paywall. So we posted the two videos for Fan Fusion. You can't find those anywhere else. Like you can't find them on YouTube unless you go to Patreon. So sign up for the Patreon, watch the notifications, see some of the cool updates that we have going on. I want to push the Patreon a little bit. I want to push like the pay aspect. Obviously, that would be great, but I would like to start posting more content on there. So when I do these weird videos that I want to do, I'll post them on the Patreon. And then to add some more value to some of those tiers, I might put like the making of behind the scenes stuff behind the paywall. So you'll see a lot of the finished stuff for free. But if you want some of the bonus behind the scenes stuff, you might have to pay the $4 for that. But I don't know. We're not. We'll see. The reason why you guys should sign up for the paid tiers, just FYI, is we're donating money. We're raising money as of June. We are about $239. We're trying to raise five. Five is just it's not an arbitrary number. It's what I personally have donated to Anat and her school again this year. So the idea is if I can do it, I just need your $4 a week, or sorry, your $4 a month. Let's raise some money for another charity. So appreciate everybody. If you can't do the $4, 100% get it. At least there's no excuse for the free. Sign up for the free. See all the cool shit that we're putting out. We got the book coming out. We got the award show stuff coming out. Like if you want to see pictures of the awards, you're gonna need to sign up for the free Patreon. That's all I'm saying. Turn this down. Nope, we're done. That's it for the show. Thank you guys for hanging out. 110. It's not bad. I'm having a blast. We are almost done with year 2. We've been at this spot for like what? Just under 70 of these nooners, 65 mind pockets. We're getting ready to move. So I appreciate all you guys. There's We're going to have fun. Year 3's coming up quick. If you've enjoyed 2 years, oh, you're going to enjoy the next year. That's all I got to say. All right. You guys have a good week. Shoot me some emails. Hang out. Make sure you sign up for the Patreon. Look at some stuff. Hit the fucking little heart. Leave some comments. Megan and I want to push the community aspect, and the best place for us to do that is on the Patreon. Comment, hit some stuff, interact. Let's show other people coming in that we're a pretty cool group of people. You guys have a good night, and we'll see you on Saturday. Whimsy.